Dan River 72-35. That was Tuesday, I believe, actually. But not a great game for the Altavista Colonels. A bit overmatched against a very good Dan River squad. We'll get Coach Harris's thoughts on that, and we'll get his thoughts on the contest tonight between the Chatham Cavaliers. I'm Kyle Hayne. Buckle your seatbelt, settle in for some wonderful high school basketball action. I think you're really going to enjoy it. It's a Subway pregame show. Let's hear from the head coach, Mr. Troy Harris, right after this timeout. It's Altavista and Chatham getting set to tip off here on 105.5 KD Country.
To become a Moose is an awesome feeling. You just can't belong to a better organization.
I was born and raised in a Moose, and I'll be a Moose the rest of my life. My son is a Moose. We're three-generation Moose loggers. That's how it is with us. I hope everybody else that can join and become a member, you need to do it. You need to see what it does for us.
Why I belong to the Moose. For friendship, for the children, and most of all for the seniors.
What are you waiting for? Stop by the Moose Family Center in Altavista to learn more about how you can be a Moose.
Car buying is simple at Feller Chevrolet. Hi, I'm Greg Walker. You can buy online or at the store. It's quick and easy. Trade values, payment calculators, everything you need is online. We have a 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty on both new and used vehicles, plus a 3-day money-back guarantee, so you can buy with confidence. Fellers is also here after the sale. We can do warranty work on all GM vehicles, not just Chevrolet. No matter what your automotive needs, I promise we can deliver. So come see us. You'll be glad you did.
Feller Chevrolet in Altavista.
Installing Atrium vinyl replacement windows is like an investment in your home that can begin to pay dividends right away. You can save up to 30% or more on your home's heating and cooling costs. Add to your home's equity and add to its value by upgrading its looks and energy efficiency. Custom crafted Atrium vinyl replacement windows. Invest in your home's future with English's.
English's is your complete home center.
Business 29, Altavista.
Napa know-how. Why get Valvoline full synthetic motor oil at Napa for $5.49 a quart? Because that's a good price for high-performance oil. After all, nobody wants mediocre performance. So get the good stuff at a good price. Valvoline full synthetic, just $5.49. Quality parts, helpful people. That's Napa know-how.
Napa know-how.
General states pricing. Sales prices do not include applicable state, local taxes, or recycling fees. Offer ends 2/28/18.
Napa Auto Parts, Main Street, Altavista, across from Feller Chevrolet.
More live high school sports action on 105.5 KD Country.
Return to downtown Tight Squeeze, Chatham High School, the site. The Altavista Colonels in town taking on the Cavaliers. Talking with head coach of the Colonels, Mr. Troy Harris. And Coach Harris, as much as we want to forget, let's revisit earlier this week a little bit, the loss to Dan River. What's your strategy on that as a coach after a bad loss like that? Do you just want to move on as quick as you can, or do you want the sting to linger a little bit to try and motivate you?
It's funny you said that because I don't remember playing Dan River earlier in the week. I don't recollect that game at all. I think we just sort of forget about it and move on. That's just a really good team. They're going to be competing for the 2A state title in March, and we're new, and we got guys coming up from the JV and don't have our full guys, making excuses, whatever. That's just a really good basketball team, and they showed off against us, and they pretty much could have picked their score. So did we learn anything? We learned that Dan River was really good, and we got a lot of work to do.
Yeah, Mike Sharness and I used to talk on the football interviews. If you hang around sports long enough, you're going to take some bad beatings, and you'll probably give some too.
Right.
Let's talk about tonight then. The Chatham Cavaliers, another Pittsylvania County team, somewhat similar, very athletic, very quick, can be unorthodox sometimes. I don't think they quite have the size that Dan River had, so maybe a little bit more of a matchup that you feel good about, right?
Yeah, they don't have the size and they don't have the depth. The Dan River went about 15 deep, it seemed like. They just kept throwing guys out there, and they all looked the same. So Chatham got 3 or 4 really good guys, and then they fall off, pretty quick. But, so do we sometimes. So, not as deep, not as big, still athletic, still have to keep them in front. So it won't be easy by any stretch.
Another one of these days where you don't have school, but you're playing a game. I used to think, well, it throws your rhythm off, but you guys have done this a bunch now. This probably shouldn't be that big of a deal anymore, right? Or maybe it is.
It's not a big deal to me, but the group we only have one returner from last year, so maybe they're not used to it as much, but we don't even think about it. We got up, we practiced this morning for about an hour just to get them out of bed so they didn't sleep all day. and they get back, and it's a regular bus time leave, a regular game time. So, our guys, when we watch the JV game, we get back into our routine that way.
Let me ask you one final question here, Coach. We've talked about defense and rebounding and all the above. Let's talk about offense for a second. I think I saw a stat. I came up with the stat, but in wins, you guys are averaging like 61 points per game, and in losses, you're averaging 43 points a game. Right. You make anything of that at all? Or, I know it's easy to say we got to score points, but is there an answer there? What do you need to do offensively?
I'm going to give you a funny answer because you got to score points to win, and when we don't score points, we don't win. So, it's just that I don't really know what to make of it other than, we lost Lawrence, and he was averaging 15 or so a game for us, and now we got to make up for those 15 we lost because Lawrence was a big part of what we do. So Lance had the 35 that one game. Nobody averages 35, and it doesn't matter who you are at what level. So we got to find guys that are going to step up, and we've got a couple wrinkles in there tonight. You'll see them pretty quick, and we'll see if we can score some points off of it.
Okay, a sneak preview there from Coach Harris.
Not too much.
I like it. We'll get set for tip-off here between the Colonels and the Cavaliers. It's coming up in 15 minutes on 105.5 KD Country.
Thinking of starting a business or expanding your company? Think about choosing Altavista as your location to invest and grow. Altavista offers low utility cost, broadband internet, US 29 access, and an attractive quality of life. Like the Colonels, it's a slam dunk when you invest in Altavista. Game plan with the Altavista Office of Economic Development at Altavista Town Hall.
PCM Industrial of Altavista offers mobile welding and repair services, fully equipped service trucks, certified craftsmen, and quick response to satisfy your needs. Contact PCM Industrial at powerconstruction.com. PCM Industrial is a fully insured Class A licensed contractor, OSHA and MSHA compliant. PCM Industrial Services of Altavista wishes Coach Harris and the Altavista Colonels basketball team good luck in another winning season. Go Colonels! The cold weather doesn't seem to bother DL Bryant's customers as much. Why? Because they know their heating system is ready to tackle these cold winter months. And if there is a problem, they know they can call 841-1580. Donnie and his trained staff will be at their house or business quickly. 434-841-1580. That's the number to contact DL Bryant Heating and Cooling. 841-1580. Call DL Bryant Heating and Cooling today.
English Construction Company has been in the building business since 1909, so it's only natural that they appreciate the building process. They recognize the fact that organized sports programs build character as well as bodies and minds. They know that high school sports build our youth into more well-rounded and more productive adults. English Construction Company is proud to be a sponsor of high school sports and salute all athletes, coaches, and teachers. A word of praise and encouragement from English Construction Company with offices in Lynchburg.
More live high school sports action on 105.5 KD Country.
Subway pregame show returns from downtown Tight Squeeze, Virginia. We're at Chatham High School and hanging out here as the varsity teams get warmed up. It was an overtime victory for the junior varsity Altavista Colonels. A good win for them. Fans certainly getting their money's worth in that one. And then we've got a whole other game afterwards. Let's review a little bit about what Altavista did Tuesday night. I mentioned it was a loss to Dan River, 70-35. It was a game that the Colonels were never really into. It was tied 2-2 at one point, and then the Wildcats went on a 20-0 run. Yes, it was 22-2 at the end of quarter one, and well, with that kind of a margin, it's hard to claw your way back in it. The Colonels did have some moments, particularly in the fourth quarter. They had a bit of a spark that was good to see. The guys still played hard. It's just hard to erase that kind of a deficit. Lance Bain had 10 points. He had a couple three-pointers that extended his streak of double-digit scoring. Trey Jones led the Colonels with 13 points. And Altavista, as I mentioned, had a few bright spots, but for the most part were just really overmatched by the Dan River Wildcats. Chatham Cavaliers were in action on Wednesday. They defeated Tunstall for the second time this season. That was a close ball game, 61-51. Cavs and Trojans were tied at halftime. And interestingly enough, this Chatham team has a knack for winning close ball games this year. I'll tell you more about that when I come back. It's a Subway pregame show. We're getting ready to watch the Chatham Cavaliers host the Altavista Colonels. You'll have yourself a ringside seat on 105.5 KD Country.
Whatever your truck, car, SUV needs are, Highview Motors GMC has it all, from small to tall. New to pre-owned, offering more than just GMC sales. Highview Motors GMC provides 24-hour towing, full-service body shop, state inspection, transmissions, everything in between. Highview Motors GMC, providing top-quality service since 1961.
Highview Motors GMC. Finch and Finch Funeral and Cremation Service. A family serving family since 1905. Personal, memorable memorial moments, celebrating life and more. Pretty arrangements with confidence, trust and care from our family to yours. Finch and Finch Funeral and Cremation Service. A family serving family since 1905.
The game is brought to you by these members of the KD Country Sports Club.
Radio Shack and Crystal Bay Pool, serving your area since 1989 for swimming pool installations, chemicals, liners, and more.
El Cerrito. Throw on a sombrero. Shake your maracas. It's El Cerrito time. Authentic Mexican cuisine only El Cerrito can serve up.
One Stop Mart, Main Street, Altavista, where the gas is cheap, beverages are cold, and the chicken is kicking.
McDonald's of Altavista, proud supporter of the Altavista Colonels. Stop by or drive through before or after the game.
The Dairy Freeze with hot dogs, burgers, fries, and of course ice cream. They're doing it right at the Freeze on Main Street, Altavista.
Old Dominion Insurance. See Kim and Gil, your Erie insurance agents on Main Street, Gretna, next to Tyler Flower Shop.
Thanks for sponsoring tonight's broadcast on 105.5 KD Country.
More live high school sports action on 105.5 KD Country.
The Subway pregame show is back. It's tough when all the fans want to come up and talk to you. Not my fans, of course, but basketball fans. You know, they stroll by and they want to have these conversations about how the team looks and those sort of things. And the Colonels at the moment are 6-5 on the season. The Chatham Cavaliers, let's talk about them a bit more. 7-4 this year. They had a nice year last season at 15-12, but they made it to the state quarterfinal. It was an exciting playoff run for the Cavaliers. They lost both games to Altavista. We'll discuss that as we get closer and closer to tip-off, and perhaps a talking point during the game as well. But the Cavaliers this season, get this, out of their 7 wins, 6 of them decided by 10 points or less, and 3 of them have been by 3 points or less. Yeah, they beat Patrick County by 2. They beat Bassett by 2. They beat Tunstall earlier in the season by 2. And you heard me talking about previously a 10-point win over Tunstall on Wednesday. So in a close game, you think maybe the edge goes to the Chatham Cavaliers. Who knows? Maybe the game won't be close. Perhaps the Altavista Colonels will come out with the same sort of spark and fire that we saw from them during that 4-win week before Christmas. Yeah, it was wins on Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday before the Christmas break for the Altavista Colonels. Since then, they've got a victory. They're 1-2 in the year 2018. And as I'm always quick to point out, sometimes the competition you're playing has a lot to do with that. They've lost to Rustburg in 2018, and then, of course, they lost to Dan River on Tuesday night. Another timeout here on the Subway pregame show. You can eat fresh at 2 wonderful locations in Altavista, Main Street, and also inside the Walmart on Clarion Road. Gym is pretty much full here in Chatham. If you're making your way down, we'll find some empty space for you. It's about 90% full. If you're tuned in for the entire game, have fun, buckle your seatbelt, see if you can stay dry out there on a rainy Friday night. My name is Kyle Haney. We've got some high school basketball coming up between Chatham and Altavista. It's live on 105.5 KD Country.
I'm Jeff Walker of First National Bank and the manager at our Main Street branch in Altavista. Did you know that local bankers have a lot more at stake in taking better care of you? You see, helping local customers like you be more successful is our only focus, and each customer is so important. So for your small business, construction, and personal loan needs, think of me and think of us first. That's local First National Bank. We'll help you bring home more bacon. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
It's cold in here. Will your heating system keep you warm this winter, or will you spend a cold evening shivering under the covers? Have your heating system inspected today by Tyree Little's Heating and Cooling. Kent Tyree has over 20 years experience and specializes in heating, air, plumbing, and electrical. Licensed and bonded. Call for an appointment today. 309-2266. 309-2266. Tyree Little's Heating and Cooling.
To become a Moose is an awesome feeling. You just can't belong to a better organization.
I was born and raised in a Moose, and I'll be a Moose the rest of my life. My son is a Moose. We're three-generation Moose loggers. That's how it is with us. I hope everybody else that can join and become a member, you need to do it. You need to see what it does for us.
Why I belong to the Moose. For friendship, for the children, and most of all for the seniors.
What are you waiting for? Stop by the Moose Family Center in Altavista to learn more about how you can be a Moose.
Car buying is simple at Feller Chevrolet. Hi, I'm Greg Walker. You can buy online or at the store. It's quick and easy. Trade values, payment calculators, everything you need is online. We have a 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty on both new and used vehicles, plus a 3-day money-back guarantee, so you can buy with confidence. Fellers is also here after the sale. We can do warranty work on all GM vehicles, not just Chevrolet. No matter what your automotive needs, I promise we can deliver. So come see us. You'll be glad you did.
Feller Chevrolet in Altavista.
Back to the press box for high school sports on 105.5 KD Country.
It's high school basketball on Friday, January 12th. Hey, let's talk about country music again for a second, since we are a country music station, right? Yeah, of course we are. Let's wish our very own local boy, Ricky Van Shelton, a happy birthday. He is a wonderful guy, nice guy. I had a chance to talk to him about a year or so ago in person. We were just chatting about the music. He had some good stories to tell, and we're very proud to continue playing his wonderful music on KD Country. I bet you Ricky Van's a basketball fan, too. I'm sure he is. Hey, let's talk about some of the names that you might hear more about tonight. The Altavista Colonels are led in scoring this season by number 2, Lance Bain. He's averaging 17.2 points per game. He's just about 5 rebounds a game, too. Ronchez Graves is a flashy sophomore point guard for the Colonels. He averages 5.8 points per game. And Trey Jones really emerging as a outstanding inside-outside threat for the Altavista Colonels. He's averaging 17.7. Let me just back that up. Trey Jones is averaging 7.8 points per game. I'm going to be able to talk tonight. Don't you worry about that. For the Chatham Cavaliers, they've got some talent of their own. You know, last season in Game 1 against Altavista, Joseph Davis scored 22 points against the Colonels. He is back. He wears number 2. He will probably be scoring threat number 1 for the Chatham Cavaliers. Preston Turner is another player that has the ability to score the basketball. In a loss to Dan River last Friday, Preston Turner had 15 points each. Zay Edmonds is a rising young talent for the Chatham Cavaliers. Chatham coached by Charles Warren. He's in his 3rd season, just like Troy Harris in his 3rd season for the Altavista Colonels. So they've got the same amount of experience under their belts as head coaches. Charles Warren was a good player for Dan River in his day, and Troy Harris a good player for Altavista back in his. Another time out here on the Subway post-game show, and we're back. It's almost time for the starting lineups and the tip-off between Chatham and Altavista. You're going to hear things live on 105.5 KD Country.
Installing Atrium vinyl replacement windows is like an investment in your home that can begin to pay dividends right away. You can save up to 30% or more on your home's heating and cooling costs. Add to your home's equity and add to its value by upgrading its looks and energy efficiency. Custom crafted atrium vinyl replacement windows. Invest in your home's future with English's.
English's is your complete home center.
Business 29, Altavista.
Napa know-how. Right now, get a $20 prepaid Visa gift card by mail with the purchase of a Napa Legend Premium Battery. Its capacity and power make it the obvious choice for pretty much everyone. The Napa Legend Premium Battery and $20 back. Quality parts, helpful people. That's Napa know-how.
Napa know-how.
At participating Napa Auto Parts stores. Offer ends 2/28/18.
Napa Auto Parts, Main Street, Altavista, across from Feller Chevrolet.
Thinking of starting a business or expanding your company? Think about choosing Altavista as your location to invest and grow. Altavista offers low utility cost, broadband internet, US 29 access, and an attractive quality of life. Like the Colonels, it's a slam dunk when you invest in Altavista. Game plan with the Altavista Office of Economic Development at Altavista Town Hall.
PCM Industrial of Altavista offers mobile welding and repair services, fully equipped service trucks, certified craftsmen, and quick response to satisfy your needs. Contact PCM Industrial at powerconstruction.com. PCM Industrial is a fully insured Class A licensed contractor, OSHA and MSHA compliant. PCM Industrial Services of Altavista wishes Coach Harris and the Altavista Colonels basketball team good luck in another winning season. Go Colonels!
Back to the press box for high school sports on 105.5 KD Country.
Well, we're courtside here tonight at Chatham High School, not in the press box, but it's a nice view down here in the corner. We're across from the main entrance here at Chatham, and as I mentioned once or twice already, the crowd is really growing and getting big. You know, these Pittsylvania County gyms are all the same. 4 gyms in Pittsylvania County, 4 high schools, Dan River, Tunstall, Chatham, and Gretna. And when I say they're all the same, they're the exact same design architecturally. They're not the same color-wise, and there's a few nuances in those sorts of things. But they are smaller than the Campbell County gyms and some other gyms that you might go to. So they seem to fill up fast, they seem to get loud, and they seem to present an atmosphere for basketball that is really exciting. The fans kind of almost become part of the storyline, especially when the gym gets full down here. Let's tell you about the folks that make the game possible if you're listening and you're not in a gymnasium tonight. How about First National Bank, helping you bring home more bacon? Finch & Finch Funeral and Cremation Service, a family serving families since 1905. English's, your complete home center, your headquarters for Carhartt clothing for men and women. That Carhartt will keep you dry on a night like tonight. Tyree Little's Heating and Cooling, keeping you cool in the summer, warm in the winter, and comfortable in between. The Altavista Office of Economic Development. We invite you to come find one of a kind. The Moose Family Center in Altavista. Stop by on Lynch Mill Road to learn how you can be a moose. Feller Chevrolet, 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty at Fellers. Napa Auto Parts of Altavista. Find your Napa know-how on Main Street. PCM Industrial Services. Now with mobile welding and repair service. I beg your pardon. Got distracted by one of those fans walking by. English Construction. Wishing our high school athletes an exciting and injury-free game. D.L. Bryant Heating and Cooling. Call Donnie at 841-1580. And Highview Motors GMC. From small to tall, Highview has it all. We're almost set for the starting lineups and the national anthem here from Chatham High School. My name is Kyle Haney. Katie is our sound engineer back at home base, making it sound good, and you're the final piece of that equation. We wouldn't be here if it wasn't for you fans tuning in, both in Central Virginia and across the world with the KD Country app, and then also at kdcountry.com. Some really great ways to listen. The TuneIn app and the Next Radio app, those are still options, and I know a lot of folks still use those. But I tell you, I think if you download that KD Country app, you'll really like it. Guys are all standing here. Looks like we're getting ready for that national anthem, but let me keep it here for just one moment. Next week, it's Wednesday and Friday for the Altavista Colonels. They'll be at Brookville High School on Wednesday. So heads up there, fans. It's Wednesday and Friday ball games next week. And, of course, the weather always has a say in basketball season, but advanced forecasting that I've seen doesn't really indicate any bad weather on the horizon. I'm sure now that I've said that, I've jinxed us, but we'll see. We'll keep our eye on it. Hope you can stay dry tonight. Be safe if you're out there riding around in your automobile. Could be some slick spots. Could be some fog. It is National Anthem time here from Chatham High School. Step aside, then we're back with the starting lineups and the tip-off between the Chatham Cavaliers and the Altavista Colonels. You're going to hear it live on 105.5 KD Country.
The cold weather doesn't seem to bother DL Bryant's customers as much. Why? Because they know their heating system is ready to tackle these cold winter months. And if there is a problem, they know they can call 841-1580. Donnie and his trained staff will be at their house or business quickly. 434-841-1580. That's the number to contact DL Bryant Heating and Cooling. 841-1580. Call DL Bryant Heating and Cooling today.
There's just one place where students are students first, and athletics are played with purpose and perspective. That place is your local high school. High school sports offer more than the joy of competition. Studies show that student athletes in Virginia are also likely to enjoy greater levels of achievement in other areas of their lives, including academics. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education.
Brought to you by English Construction Company, with offices in Lynchburg.
Whatever your truck, car, SUV needs are, Highview Motors GMC has it all, from small to tall. New to pre-owned, offering more than just GMC sales. Highview Motors GMC provides 24-hour towing, full-service body shop, state inspection, transmissions, everything in between. Highview Motors GMC, providing top-quality service since 1961.
Motors, GMC. Finch and Finch Funeral and Cremation Service. A family serving family since 1905. Personal, memorable memorial moments, celebrating life and more. Pre-arrangements with confidence, trust and care from our family to yours. Finch and Finch Funeral and Cremation Service. A family serving family since 1905.
Your high school sports station with award-winning coverage on 105.5 KD Country.
Subway pregame show returns for its final segment. I am Kyle Haney. I'm on location here at Chatham High School, getting ready for the Altavista Colonels to take on the Chatham Cavaliers. Let's go with the Altavista starting lineup here first. They're going to start number 2, Lance Bain, a junior. Number 4, senior Shaheen Fennell. Number 12, Bailey Stinnett, a sophomore. Number 15, Carter Duff, a freshman. And number 24, Trayvon Jones, a junior. There's 2 juniors in that starting lineup, 1 freshman, 1 sophomore, and 1 senior for the Altavista Colonels. On the other side, for the Chatham Cavaliers, we're going to go with number 2, senior Joseph Davis. Number 12, a junior, Dawson Anderson. Number 22, senior Preston Turner. Number 3, sophomore Zay Edmonds. Oh, and there's one final starter I'm leaving out. It's number 24, Shaman Barley. And really on the court for the Cavaliers, it's 5 legit scorers. Dawson Anderson is the post player that's out there on the court right now, and he'll head to jump circle. It'll be tipping off against Trayvon Jones. Altavista clad in the home black jerseys. Pardon me, those are road black jerseys. They've got the orange trim, Altavista written above the number. Chatham in their home whites. Red number with a black outline. Shorts have black and red in them. And it's a 90%, 95% full crowd here at the gym. We're at jump circle, set and ready to go. The official backs the guys off a little bit, says, hey, you got to give me room to throw this basketball up. And the tip goes to the Cavaliers. Joseph Davis storming in. Shot wouldn't go off the window. The rebound is loose. Zay Edmonds had his hands on it and then was able to recapture it. Here's Davis on the left wing. A chest pass over to the right side finds Zay Edmonds. Edmonds guarded by Carter Duff. Duff had to fight through a screen from the big Preston Turner. Turner was a very, very talented running back for the Colonels. Turner has it. Spin move, streaking down the left alleyway. The shot does not go. There's Lance Payne with his first rebound of the night. He collects it and gallops into the front court. Still no score here. 30 seconds have gone by, and the Englishes, your complete home center, first quarter. It's Altavista basketball in the front court right. Stinnett has it, 5 steps behind the three-point line, right wing. He lost it, poked away there by Shamon Barley, and then Stinnett went to the ground to get it back. Good hustle play there by both Barley and Stinnett. Colonel's probably fortunate to retain possession. Carter Duff, three-pointer, connecting from straight away, 19 feet. Duff scores, and it's an early 3-0 lead for the Altavista Colonels. Duff hasn't hit many three-pointers on the season. Have to go back in the stats and find out how many that is for young freshman Carter Duff. Altavista 3-0 lead. It's Chatham basketball. Scoring on the far hoop from my perspective here. I'm sort of down in the corner. They're working south to north from my angle. Here's Turner slashing inside and scoring. Nice move and a hesitation to sort of hang there and get the basket to go. That's Preston Turner, the senior, with the first points for the Chatham Cavaliers. Here's Stinnett driving, shrugged the foot just a little bit, and that's a traveling violation. Basketball going back to Chatham. 6:22 left to play in the first quarter. It's a 3-2 Altavista lead. For reference, that's Carter Duff's third three-pointer on the season. Shake and bake move from Barley. He couldn't get by Shaheem Pineldo, who came in to pick him up. Pinell streaking in. Layup doesn't fall from the right side. Rebounded back by Barley. Here come the Cavaliers. Sort of a modified fast break as Dawson Anderson whips it back out in the perimeter of Preston Turner. Turner drives in. He's fouled. He's going to go to the free throw line and shoot two. That stops play with 5:57 left in the English's your complete home center first quarter. And the free throws give me enough time to remind you that English's is your headquarters for Carhartt clothing for men and women. Clothing that can help you battle these tough elements that we've had in our area here in the last couple weeks. It was the bitter cold for a while. Now it's the rainy season again. It's like spring rains out there with the warm temperatures. Both free throws no good from Turner. Rebound was jockeyed for, but finally collected by Bailey Stinnett. Altavista in the front court left, Shaheem Pinell with a chest-high dribble. He'll work slowly to his left, trying to find Lance Payne. It's a setup play for Lance Payne. There's a foul on the far right sideline. Who's the foul against, Pinell, or is it on Preston Turner? Turner took the ball from Shaheem Pinell. It's on Shaheem Pinell. That's his first. That's Altavista's first as a team. And that also indicates it's going to be Chatham ball. They'll inbound far right sideline. Ronchez Graves in the ball game for the Colonels. He joins Carter Duff, Trayvon Jones, Lance Payne, and Bailey Stinnett. Here's Davis skipping and striding his way into the paint and scoring. It's the first lead of the night for the Chatham Cavaliers. A modified sort of a layup by Joseph Davis. It was almost, I guess you'd call it a floating jump shot, but he got it to go. 4-3, Chatham leads. Altavista ball, catch and shoot three from Stinnett. Skips off the iron, and this rebounded in the middle of the paint by Joseph Davis. Davis wings a one-hand pass to the streaking Preston Turner, who scores. Good look there by Davis, proving he can do more than just score baskets. A nice find to get it to Preston Turner. It's a 6-3 Chatham lead. Here's Lance Payne. Hadn't touched the basketball much for the Altavista Colonels. Their leading scorer misses from 17 feet away. Another lay-in attempt from Turner. This one won't fall down. Rebounded away. Dawson Anderson, jump pass to Turner. Right low post, forces his way in for two. And there's a timeout by head coach Troy Harris. We'll take the timeout as well. Chatham leading Altavista 8-3. 4 minutes and 40 seconds left to play in the first quarter on 105.5 KD Country.
Have you looked at your business banking fees lately? I'm Sean Stone with First National Bank, and we have the best business accounts which offer serious savings for your company. We have a full menu of business products from checking accounts and remote deposit capture to online banking. And we have a local merchant card representative who will customize services just for your business. So let First National Bank prepare an analysis of your current activity and show how we will reduce your banking fees. First National Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Your high school sports station with award-winning coverage on 105.5 KD Country.
Back to basketball here at Chatham High School. It was a timeout for the Altavista Colonels. Coach Troy Harris didn't like this 5-point lead that the Cavaliers have gotten out to. In fact, it's an 8-0 run for Chatham. Altavista opened up with a 3-0 lead. Colonels haven't scored in a little while here. They scored on their first possession, in fact. It was a Carter Duff three-pointer. That was about 30 seconds into the ball game. Since then, they have not scored. Altavista will inbound after a deflection. Ronchez Graves wants to try a three-pointer. That's no good. High rebound collected by Zay Edmonds. The sophomore Edmonds will bring it into the front court for the Cavaliers, and he scores. Coast to coast there from Zay Edmonds for two. He got the rebound about 5 feet away from the Altavista basket and really never stopped till he got the pay dirt. 10-3. Cavaliers on top. A 10-0 run for Chatham. Colonels need some points. Lance Bain wants to solve that problem. His three-pointer off the mark. Rebounded by Shaman Barley. He gallops into the front court behind the back dribble. Now a crossover, a spin move. Barley working in for two. Wow. Shaman Barley with a coast-to-coast move of his own. Impressive stuff right now from the Cavaliers. Colonels are getting back on defense. They're providing some resistance. But these Cavaliers have a knack of scoring in transition, scoring in traffic, too. Basketball got thrown away. That's a turnover for Altavista. More bad news for the Colonels, who did lead at one point in this game, if you joined us late, 3-0. But since then, a 12-0 spurt for Chatham. They're on top 12-3. We're about 4 minutes and 30 seconds into the ball game. It's the first quarter presented by English's, your complete home center. Dawson Anderson's three-pointer was high arcing but wouldn't go in. The putback try will fall by Preston Turner. He's got 8 points. 8 of Chatham's 14 for the senior Preston Turner. He's a stocky, well-built, 6'2", 6'3", sort of a small/power forward type of guy. Ronchez Graves has the basketball for Altavista. Trayvon Jones wants to trigger a three-pointer, and that's good. Colonels finally break the long dry spell with a long ball from Trayvon Jones. 14-6. And finally broke that good Chatham run. Dawson Anderson, left-hand scoop layup. No good. Rebounded by Trayvon Jones. Pannell angles his way into the front court with the basketball on his right hand. Now he passes right side to Ronchez Graves. Crossover dribble at the right wing. They send it left wing to Trayvon Jones. Altavista basketball. Pannell airballed the three-pointer from the left side. Altavista maybe resorting to the three-point shot just a bit too much. Here's Turner with a power move inside to score. Preston Turner has 10, and he's about to step to the free throw line to add to that total. The basket is good. He was fouled in the act of shooting. Colonels come into the ball game shooting about they're 25% as a team from beyond the arc, which is not an awful number for a high school team. It feels like the Colonels are trying too many three-pointers right now. They've hit 2 of them. They trail 16-6. Preston Turner trying to complete the three-point play from the free throw line, and he does just that. Now it's 17-6. Chatham on top. 2:19 left to play in the first quarter. Not a great start for the Colonels, but it's the old cliche. Down, but certainly not out. A lot of basketball left. Trayvon Jones grabbed it right wing. No dribbles. They find a streaking Carter Duff who scores. Great cut by Carter Duff to make himself available at the right edge of the paint, and then a nice finish. It was Bailey Stinnett actually on the assist. He got it quickly from Jones and then pop pass and got it to Duff. 17-8. Chatham still on top. 1:50 left to play in the Englishes. Your complete home center. First quarter, Joseph Davis drove, then he sent a jump pass over to Preston Turner. Turner scoring again. He's a one-man wrecking crew right now. Preston Turner with 13 points for Chatham. 95 seconds left to play in the first quarter. It's a 19-8 Cavalier lead. Really, the crowd somewhat subdued for the performance that Preston Turner is putting on. And it's Bain. Lost the ball momentarily. Grabbed it, sent it over to Ronchez Graves. Graves driving, got penetration, finger roll layup, but there was a whistle that stops play before Graves got in the act of shooting. That's the first foul on Chatham. Altavista has 3 team fouls with 1:18 left to play in the first quarter. Bain catches in the right corner, came free, basketball loose. It was deflected by Shaman Barley. Out of bounds off him. Altavista will reset. Sideline inbound play coming up. 19-8. Chatham leading by 11. Graves catch and shoot three-pointer from the right corner. It's no good. Rebound was loose momentarily. Now the Cavaliers have it. Joseph Davis in transition feeds it off to Barley, who came in from the right side, and he scores from the right side. Shimon Barley with 2 more. It's 21-8 Chatham right now. This is an explosion for the Cavaliers, who do score at a pretty high pace. They average about 60 points a game. Here's a lay-in by number 23, Janajawan Sukman, who's in the game, and now he scores. Goodness, he got fouled. He's got a chance for a three-point play. The junior's name, again, is Janajawan Sukman. If you're a basketball fan, it rhymes with Olajuwon, as in Hakeem the Dream Olajuwon. Remember him? Great center for the Rockets. This is Janajawan Sukman. Got 2 points to his credit now, looking to make it 3 from the free throw line. Left-handed shot goes in. It is the old-fashioned three-point play. Now all of a sudden Chatham leads 24-8. Pannell will streak down the middle of the lane. It was a virtually uncontested layup that wouldn't fall. 40 seconds left in the first quarter. Chatham basketball. Joseph Davis going to bring it into the front court. Tap the brakes. Now sends in the right corner. The shot from Turner, no good. Ball is loose. Kicked out of bounds off of Altavista. Stops the clock momentarily with 31.7 seconds left. My name is Kyle Haney. Appreciate you tuning in to High School Hoops on KD Country. Rainy Friday night basketball. Perfect weather to stay in and listen to some basketball. Nick Williams is in the game for Chatham. He got the basketball and then was immediately tied up. Possession arrow favoring the Altavista Colonels. On the court for Chatham, it's number 5, Stephen Taylor. Number 23, Janajawan Sukman. Number 2, Joseph Davis. Number 30, Nick Williams. And number 22, Preston Turner. Colonels basketball. Scoring on the basket to my right. Haley Stinnett was trying to work around Nick Williams, and Williams just got him with the hip check. That's a foul. Second one on Chatham as a team. 17.2 seconds left in the first quarter. The old days, the Colonels would probably hold for the last shot here, but I'm not sure that strategy is valid when you're trailing by this much, 24-8. Altavista getting tripled up at the moment. Graves, crossover, shake and bake move, picked the three, kept the dribble going. Oh, the ball hung on the front edge of the rim for a while, wouldn't go down. Trey Jones with a turnaround stick back for 2. Down to 1 second. Davis gets off a buzzer beater try, and he's fouled in the act of shooting. It was a short horn to end the first quarter, but I think Joseph Davis is going to have foul shots. Or the referee wave it off? The referee waved it off. He said the foul came after the buzzer. So we'll take a timeout. That's the end of quarter 1. It's Chatham leading Altavista 24-10. High School Hoops on 105.5 KD Country.
It's cold in here. Will your heating system keep you warm this winter, or will you spend a cold evening shivering under the covers? Have your heating system inspected today by Tyree Little's Heating and Cooling. Kent Tyree has over 20 years experience and specializes in heating, air, plumbing, and electrical. Licensed and bonded. Call for an appointment today. 309-2266. 309-2266. Tyree Little's Heating and Cooling.
Your high school sports station with award-winning coverage on 105.5 KD Country.
Second quarter about to get underway from Chatham High School. The Cavaliers lead 24-10 at the moment. Cavaliers on top. It was a 3-0 lead for Altavista. Then Chatham went on a 12-0 run. Colonels did have a few moments of success. Carter Duff has 5 points for Altavista. Trayvon Jones with 5 points for Altavista. High man for Chatham is Preston Turner, 13 points in quarter 1. It's Chatham basketball to start the second quarter. Our sound engineer, Katie, back at home base, working hard to make this sound good. Chatham Cavaliers are sounding very good right now. Sukman will try a 10-foot fadeaway jumper from the right side. It's no good. Turner with an aggressive rebound and then the move to the basket. That shot doesn't fall either. Here comes Lance Payne. No numbers, one-man fast break. Skies to the basket. He's fouled. Believe it's in the act of shooting. The shot won't fall. Lance Payne has not scored yet for Altavista. He's really only taken about one shot. Bain averages 17 points per game on the season. Carter Duff back in the game for the Colonels. On the floor right now for Altavista. It's Duff, Bailey Stinnett, Trayvon Jones, Shaheem Pennell, and Lance Bain at the free throw line. The right-handed shooter fires and connects on the first one. Second quarter is presented by English's, your complete home center. Atrium Vinyl Windows. Atrium Vinyl Windows available at English's, your complete home center. The fans want to have a conversation with you while the ball's in the air. Lance Bain missed the free throw, but he scored a follow-up layup. Colonels have cut the lead to 9. 24-13, the Chatham advantage. 7:20 left to play in the first half. Cavaliers are in the front court left. That's the far side of the gym from my angle. Steal here. It was Trayvon Jones with a little bit of help from Shaheem Pennell to get the takeaway for the Colonels. Pennell has it. He's about 40 feet away from the basket. Right point. He'll step to the three-point line. No shot. Passes to Bailey Stinnett. Stinnett finds Lance Bain. Mid-range jump shot won't go from the right baseline. It's knocked out of bounds off of Stinnett. It's Chatham basketball. Clock frozen at the moment. 6:56 left to play. And the English is your complete home center. Second quarter. Joseph Davis will trot it into the front court. He'll angle to his right. Toes the three-point line, keeps the dribble. Now a chest pass to Barley at the top of the key. Barley, pull-up three-pointer. Pennell got a good hand in his face, and the closeout made it tough. Three-pointer, no good. 24-13, Chatham leads Altavista basketball. Here's a cutting Trey Jones. It's sort of an off-balance one-hander from the right edge of the paint. That won't fall either. Stinnett tried to take a charge, and then Jones blocked the shot away. Good tag team defensive effort there by the Colonels. Stinnett stood his ground, and then Jones came in from the side to wipe the basketball off the rim with his right hand. It's Chatham ball. Far baseline left underneath their own scoring basket. They lob it long into Turner, who catches with his left hand, then reels it into his body, flips it over to Zay Edmonds back in the game. Edmonds going to try and set up Stinnett and get by him. Good collapsing help defense from the Colonels, so Edmonds ended up having to take on 5 guys and committed a charge. Good defensive effort there by the Colonels. The team, all 5 black jerseys were in the paint there. They collapsed as Edmonds was trying to drive. 6:05 left to play in the second quarter. Oh, Pennell lost the basketball off his foot. It was tight defense from Joseph Davis, but Shaheem Pennell probably feels like that's a bit of an unforced error. He has a wry smile on his face as he goes by Davis. Pennell is out for the moment. Ronchez Graves back in the game. Graves, Stinnett, Duff, Jones, and Bain for Altavista. Zay Edmonds will walk it into the front court for Chatham. He'll circle to his right. A jab move and a stutter step trying to get by Stinnett. Bailey Stinnett stands his ground. It's off to Joseph Davis. Charges into the paint. Shot goes up. Traveling violation on Joseph Davis. Chatham likes that offensive set where you clear everybody out and try and let one guy dribble, penetrate, use some of those NBA-like moves with the crossover and the behind the back and the spin move and all that. It can work. It does work for Chatham. Obviously, they lead 24-13. Neither ball club has scored in a while. Altavista ball with 5:30 left to play in the second quarter. There's Bailey Stinnett streaking down the right side of the paint for 2. Assist was Lance Bain. Joseph Davis with the ball, left corner for Chatham. Three-pointer launched, no good. Rebound picked up by Barley. He skies to the iron from the left side. That's no good as well. Fouled in the act of shooting, though. No, this is Zay Edmonds that'll go to the free throw line. I beg your pardon. Edmonds is a sophomore. He received high marks last season as a freshman. The official told Zay Edmonds to take an earring out there. He had some jewelry in his ear that the official didn't like. It's a 24-15 Chatham lead. Check that now. It's 25-15 as Edmonds cans the first free throw. 5:14 left to play in the first half here from Chatham High School. It's Altavista and Chatham. Basketball on a Friday night in Central Virginia. Injury time out here as Dawson Anderson went down, clearly favoring the left leg. He'll walk off the court under his own power. He's actually got sort of a smaller knee brace on his right knee. Looked like it was the left leg to me that bothered him. Altavista basketball after the quick timeout. They throw it into Bailey Stinnett. Now Carter Duff has it. Back and forth between those two in the backcourt. Ronchez Graves will bring it into front court, just right of center. Trey Jones, top of the key, eyes the basket, passes off instead. Altavista trailing by 11. There's a foul 30 feet away from the hoop as Janajuan Sutphin got a little too handsy with Carter Duff. Fourth team foul on Chatham. I believe it's the first one on Sutphin. 4:55 left to play in the second quarter. Altavista basketball. Bailey Stinnett driving, working right to left across the paint, got up in the air, and then was fouled by Stephen Taylor. That is Taylor's first, and it's Chatham's fifth as a team. 4:51 left to play in the Englishes, your complete home center. Second quarter. I was talking about those atrium vinyl windows at Englishes when I got distracted by a fan, which can happen here at Chatham. The atrium vinyl windows, folks, they'll keep the cold air out of your house. They'll keep the warm air in, and then vice versa in the summertime. They'll keep that cool air inside. They'll really save you a lot of money on your heating bill, and they pay for themselves over time and then some. It's a great investment. They're available at English's, North Main Street in Altavista. Stinnett makes one of two. 26-16 ball game now. Colonels trail by 10. Chatham, home white jersey, scoring on the far basket to my left. Here's a jump stop from Joseph Davis and then a left-hand scoop finish. That's pretty special. Hard to beat there. He had a nice bounce and a rhythm to him as he just pogo-sticked his way into the paint. Lance Bain, three-pointer off the iron, rebounded by Carter Duff. Trapped underneath the basket. He'll turn around and fire with the right hand anyway. Duff was on the wrong side of the backboard there for a moment, but he was able to wiggle some space. Got free and made the basket. Turnover on the far sideline. Barley lost off his hip. So now here's a chance for the Colonels maybe to make some headway. They trail by 10, 28-18. If you joined us late, they were down 14 at the end of quarter one. The 24-10 Chatham lead. So far, Colonels winning this second quarter 8-4. Off the mark pass there from Stinnett. He was looking for Ronchez Graves, but Graves wasn't in the spot, and they confer and pat each other on the back, and they both seem to say, my bad. Good teamwork there, I should say. Preston Turner, he's back. He's scoring with his right hand from straight away. Turner with another muscular move. He loves to drop that left shoulder and force his way inside. You want to take a charge, but it's a difficult thing to do because he's quick and strong. Zone defense from Chatham right now. They were in a man-to-man previously. Now they're in a zone, and it looks like Altavista rotating around the perimeter. Maybe a man-to-man, actually. It may be a box and run with some special emphasis being played to Lance Bain. He's the high scorer for the Colonels. Altavista lost the basketball in the backcourt. Carter Duff got it back. Sends it in the right corner to Bailey Stinnett. Three-pointer on the way, and good from Stinnett. Knocking it down. Great exchange there by the Colonels. Chatham nearly got the steal. After Altavista got the basketball back, the Colonels sensed that the Cavaliers' defense was out of position, and they were, and Altavista took advantage. Offensive foul on number 22. That's the high man tonight, Preston Turner. He has 15 of Chatham's 30 points. We've still got 3:02 left to play in half number one. Preston Turner putting on a wonderful show. Altavista trailing by 9. Stinnett hit the last three-pointer for the Colonels. He wants to try it again. Oh, this was online, but just a bit too long. Rebounded nicely by the Chatham defense. They had the paint surrounded with white jerseys. Davis brings it into the front court. Off to a teammate. The three-pointer is no good from Barley. Altavista with the rebound. One and done, that trip on offense for Chatham. And there's another turnover by the Colonels. It's a one-handed pass by Ronchez Graves, and it was just off target. 2:35 left to play. And the English is your complete home center. Second quarter. My name is Kyle. Appreciate you tuning in, doing this solo thing tonight. Not too hard when you have a good ball game, but boy, I sure miss Bob Alvis when he's around. And all the other partners I've had throughout the years, too. Don't get me wrong. Bob's not the only guy. Takes a village, Bob and I like to say. Spin move from Preston Turner, and the Colonels do take the charge. It's Kendrick Coles hitting the floor after the good, solid defense there. Mentioned that Turner likes to lower the shoulder. That time he added a spin move in there, and Coles was in to take the charge. Nice defense by the Colonels. That's 7 fouls on Chatham. believe it's the second one on Turner. It's what they call a player control foul, so it's not a 1-1 shooting opportunity for Altavista. Oh, nice feed inside to get it to Jones, and Jones is fouled in the act of shooting. The ball rattled off the tin and wouldn't go down. It was Lance Bain with a wraparound pass to get it to him. It's Trayvon Jones on the free throw line to shoot two with a stopped clock, 2:05 left to play. In the English is your complete home center, second quarter. Jones makes the first. He's got 6 points in the night. He and Carter Duff were the only Colonels to score in the first quarter. Since then, a few more black jerseys in the stat sheet. Free throw, no good from Jones. He's got his own rebound, though. Set up a floater from about 10 feet away that was partially blocked, then went out of bounds off Shaheem Pennell. Oh, I beg your pardon. That's a foul on Trayvon Jones. They whistled Jones with the offensive foul. Now here's a timeout on the court by Chatham. Let's observe the timeout, too. Cavaliers lead by 8, 30-22 over Altavista. Just over 2 minutes left to play in the first half on 105.5 KD Country.
To become a Moose is an awesome feeling. You just can't belong to a better organization.
I was born and raised in a Moose, and I'll be a Moose the rest of my life. My son is a Moose. We're three-generation Moose loggers. That's how it is with us. I hope everybody else that can join and become a member, you need to do it. You need to see what it does for us.
Why I belong to the Moose. For friendship, for the children, and most of all for the seniors.
What are you waiting for? Stop by the Moose Family Center in Altavista to learn more about how you can be a Moose.
Your high school sports station with award-winning coverage on 105.5 KD Country.
We're back from Chatham High School, back and better than ever. 55 years of outstanding high school sports coverage on 105.5 KD Country. Gosh, that'd be fun to total up the all-time record between these two teams. Chatham has not beaten Altavista in a while, though. Went back in the archives. It's been at least 6 years. And maybe 7. Don't quote me on that. I'll find out for the next time, the rematch later on in the season at Altavista. It's Chatham basketball after the timeout called by their head coach, Charles Warren. Man-to-man defense from the Altavista Colonels, and it's caused a turnover. Davis tried to underhand a really quick, sneaky pass to Stephen Taylor, and I think he even outsmarted and bamboozled his own teammate there, as Taylor was just not ready for it. That's the thing about those great passers. You have to always be ready. They pass in situations when lesser players might not think to. Altavista basketball in the front court right. Moving left to right from our perspective. There's a pass that went out of bounds. Pennell is looking for Bain. That's about the third or fourth time that the Altavista Colonels have sent a pass into the front row or into one of the benches. Just maybe a lack of cohesion, Again, I've said it before, the receiver goes right and you think he's going to go left, so you pass left. And it's an easy thing to have happen, but seems to be happening too much to the Colonels tonight. Chatham basketball working right to left or south to north from my perspective. Courtside here at Chatham High School. Dawson Anderson back in the game. He tweaked the leg at one point, but it's good to see him back in there. They'll pop to the top of the key. Going to set a screen for Joseph Davis. Davis guarded by Pennell. They tried to run the pick-and-roll game, but the Colonels took it away. 62 seconds left to play in the half. Chatham leads by 8. They had been up by as much as 16 at one point. Three-pointer hoisted up and good from Stephen Taylor. Taylor extending the Chatham lead back. More of a comfortable cushion. It's now an 11-point Cavalier advantage. Lance Bain had the ball momentarily. He's been relatively quiet tonight. He's got 3 points. Kendrick Coles in trouble, leaving it off for Shaheem Pennell. Pennell had to race down the errant pass near the midcourt stripe and the far sideline. On the court right now for the Colonels, it's Kendrick Coles, Shaheem Pennell, Carter Duff, Ronches Graves, and Lance Bain. Now Bailey Stinnett's back in for Coles. Pennell will have a 1-on-1 free throw opportunity. He was fouled trying to go grab that basketball near half court. 33-22. Chatham leading by 11. Pennell's first one no good. Looked like a lot of the players thought he had 2 shots, but it was definitely a 1-on-1 opportunity. It's rebounded by Dawson Anderson. Cavaliers have it in the front court left. They hold up one finger. I think that means they want to hold for the last shot. 19 seconds left in the half. Taylor weaving in and out of traffic. Now throws it between the circles to Dawson Anderson. It's over right point to Shimon Barley. He's holding it on his hip. Now he'll initiate the dribble. 8 seconds left. Works around a screen. Left-hand dribble, trying to get down the left side of the paint. The shot attempt was in and out. Put back try, no good from Sitman, and there is the horn to end the first half. And what an exciting first half of ball it was. It's Chatham 33, Altavista 22. Subway halftime show is on the way right after this on 105.5 KD Country.
Car buying is simple at Feller Chevrolet. Hi, I'm Greg Walker. You can buy online or at the store. It's quick and easy. Trade values, payment calculators, everything you need is online. We have a 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty on both new and used vehicles, plus a 3-day money-back guarantee, so you can buy with confidence. Fellers is also here after the sale. We can do warranty work on all GM vehicles, not just Chevrolet. No matter what your automotive needs, I promise we can deliver. So come see us. You'll be glad you did.
Feller Chevrolet in Altavista.
Installing Atrium vinyl replacement windows is like an investment in your home that can begin to pay dividends right away. You can save up to 30% or more on your home's heating and cooling costs. Add to your home's equity and add to its value by upgrading its looks and energy efficiency. Custom crafted Atrium vinyl replacement windows. Invest in your home's future with English's.
English's is your complete home center.
Business 29, Altavista. The game is brought to you by these members of the KD Country Sports Club.
Radio Shack and Crystal Bay Pools, serving your area since 1989 for swimming pool installations, chemicals, liners, and more.
El Cerrito. Throw on a sombrero. Shake your maracas. It's El Cerrito time. Authentic Mexican cuisine only El Cerrito can serve up.
One Stop Mart, Main Street, Altavista, where the gas is cheap, beverages are cold, and the chicken is kicking.
McDonald's of Altavista, proud supporter of the Altavista Colonels. Stop by or drive through before or after the game.
The Dairy Freeze with hot dogs, burgers, fries, and of course ice cream. They're doing it right at the Freeze on Main Street, Altavista.
Old Dominion Insurance. See Kim and Gil, your Erie insurance agents on Main Street, Gretna, next to Tyler Flower Shop.
Thanks for sponsoring tonight's broadcast on 105.5 KD Country.
Your station for high school sports play-by-play is 105.5 KD Country.
Subway halftime show is here from Chatham High School. It's a 33-22 lead for the Chatham Cavaliers. They led 24-10 at the end of quarter one, so quarter two was actually better for the Altavista Colonels. They won quarter two by a 12-9 margin, and it seems like Altavista played much better in that second quarter. Now some of that is just simply the shots are going down that didn't go down in the first quarter, and the shots for Chatham that were falling in the first quarter maybe not dropping in the nylon in the second quarter. I'm sure both coaches will have their share of adjustments to make. We'll talk about that and a bit more. We'll run down the scoring for you. And gosh, we can talk about Subway, two great locations in Altavista, and who knows what else we'll find to discuss. It'll be fun. Stick around. Subway halftime show back after this. Chatham leading Altavista 33-22 on 105.5 KD Country.
Napa know-how. Why get Valvoline full synthetic motor oil at Napa for $5.49 a quart? Because that's a good price for high-performance oil. After all, nobody wants mediocre performance. So get the good stuff at a good price. Valvoline full synthetic, just $5.49. Quality parts, helpful people. That's Napa know-how.
Napa know-how.
General States pricing. Sales prices do not include applicable state, local taxes, or recycling fees. Offer ends 2/28/18.
Napa Auto Parts, Main Street, Altavista, across from Feller Chevrolet.
Thinking of starting a business or expanding your company? Think about choosing Altavista as your location to invest and grow. Altavista offers low utility cost, broadband internet, US 29 access, and an attractive quality of life. Like the Colonels, it's a slam dunk when you invest in Altavista. Game plan with the Altavista Office of Economic Development at Altavista Town Hall.
PCM Industrial of Altavista offers mobile welding and repair services, fully equipped service trucks, certified craftsmen, and quick response to satisfy your needs. Contact PCM Industrial at powerconstruction.com. PCM Industrial is a fully insured Class A licensed contractor, OSHA and MSHA compliant. PCM Industrial Services of Altavista wishes Coach Harris and the Altavista Colonels basketball team good luck in another winning season. Go Colonels!
Your station for high school sports play-by-play is 105.5 KD Country.
And just like that, the Subway halftime show returns from Chatham High School. It's a 33-22 Cavalier lead. I'm Kyle Haney, taking a solo flight tonight. Appreciate you tuning in. Katie is our sound engineer and doing wonderful things. As always, it takes a lot to make guys like me and Bob Alvis sound good, but she manages to accomplish that. Let's run down the scoring here in this ball game. It's 15 points for Preston Turner for the Chatham Cavaliers. 15 points. He had 12 of them in the first quarter, I believe. And just outstanding stuff from Turner. He was getting a lot of room inside, slashing. He'd get the offensive rebounds occasionally and go back up. He's a muscular guy. He's about 6'2", so he's got enough height, at least in the high school game anyway. He can muscle some people around, too, with his strong frame. Good stuff from Preston Turner. He has 15. Joseph Davis has 4 for the Cavaliers. Zay Edmonds with 3. Stephen Taylor has 3. Janajuan Sipman has 3. Shimon Barley with 4. Balanced scoring for Chatham with the exception, I guess, of the impressive gaudy numbers from Preston Turner. On the other side for the Altavista Colonels, Mr. Lance Bain being held in check. He's got just 3 points on the evening. Bailey Stinnett has 6. Carter Duff with an
The cold weather doesn't seem to bother DL Bryant's customers as much. Why? Because they know their heating system is ready to tackle these cold winter months. And if there is a problem, they know they can call 841-1580. Donnie and his trained staff will be at their house or business quickly. 434-841-1580. That's the number to contact DL Bryant Heating and Cooling. 841-1580. Call DL Bryant Heating and Cooling today.
What do basketball, choir, drama club, and marching band all have in common? They're all high school activities that offer learning opportunities not necessarily found in the classroom. They take up just a fraction of a typical Virginia high school's budget, and they go a long way to giving young people the tools they need to thrive. High school activities, they're more than extracurricular. They're extra important, too.
Brought to you by English Construction Company with offices in Lynchburg.
Whatever your truck, car, SUV needs are, Highview Motors GMC has it all from small to tall. New to pre-owned, offering more than just GMC sales. Highview Motors GMC provides 24-hour towing, full-service body shop, state inspection, transmissions, everything in between. Highview Motors GMC, providing top-quality service since 1961.
From small to tall, we've got it all. Highview Motors GMC.
The game is brought to you by these members of the Katy Country Sports Club.
Radio Shack and Crystal Bay Pool, serving your area since 1989 for swimming pool installations, chemicals, liners, and more.
El Cerrito. Throw on a sombrero. Shake your maracas. It's El Cerrito time. Authentic Mexican cuisine only El Cerrito can serve up.
One Stop Mart, Main Street, Altavista, where the gas is cheap, beverages are cold, and the chicken is kicking.
McDonald's of Altavista, proud supporter of the Altavista Colonels. Stop by or drive through before or after the game.
The Dairy Freeze with hot dogs, burgers, fries, and of course ice cream. They're doing it right at the Freeze on Main Street, Altavista.
Old Dominion Insurance. See Kim and Gil, your Erie insurance agents on Main Street, Gretna, next to Tyler Flower Shop.
Thanks for sponsoring tonight's broadcast on 105.5 KD Country.
Finch and Finch Funeral and Cremation Service. A family serving families since 1905. Personal, memorable memorial moments, celebrating life and more. Pretty arrangements with confidence, trust and care from our family to yours. Finch and Finch Funeral and Cremation Service. A family serving families since 1905.
Napa know-how.
Right now, get a $20 prepaid Visa gift card by mail with the purchase of a Napa Legend Premium battery. Its capacity and power make it the obvious choice for pretty much everyone. The Napa Legend Premium battery and $20 back. Quality parts, helpful people. That's Napa know-how.
Napa know-how.
At participating Napa Auto Parts stores. Offer ends 2/28/18.
Napa Auto Parts, Main Street, Altavista, across from Feller Chevrolet.
Your station for high school sports play-by-play is 105.5 KD Country.
The cold weather doesn't seem to bother DL Bryant's customers as much. Why? Because they know their heating system is ready to tackle these cold winter months. And if there is a problem, they know they can call 841-1580. Donnie and his trained staff will be at their house or business quickly. 434-841-1580. That's the number to contact DL Bryant Heating and Cooling. 841-1580. Call DL Bryant Heating and Cooling today.
It's cold in here. Will your heating system keep you warm this winter, or will you spend a cold evening shivering under the covers? Have your heating system inspected today by Tyree Little's Heating and Cooling. Kent Tyree has over 20 years experience and specializes in heating, air, plumbing, and electrical. Licensed and bonded. Call for an appointment today. 309-2266. 309-2266. Tyree Little's Heating and Cooling.
Well, just like that, we're back, folks. Let me explain what happened. I was going through telling you how great of a job our sound engineer, Katie, is doing, and trust me, it wasn't her fault. The power went out here at Chatham High School. A power outage. It was off for about 60 seconds, but it knocked our equipment that we used to broadcast the game offline for a moment. And now we're back. It was an interesting sight in here with the power out, and really none of the emergency lights kicked on like they are supposed to do in those situations. So interestingly enough, a lot of the fans, everybody's got a flashlight on your smartphone. They pulled those out, and it sort of looked like a dance hall in here for a little while, and everybody was yelling and screaming and generally having a good time with the power out. But again, it knocked us offline for a minute, but we're back now. Appreciate you staying with us. Zay Edmonds connects on 2 free throws. Now just like that, the Chatham Cavaliers have a 35-22 lead. Wow, look at this. Edmonds has a steal now. So it's Chatham basketball again. Not a great start to the second half for the Colonels. We're just moments into this second half. Here's Joseph Davis. Remember, the power went out back in, I believe it was like 2001 or 2002 during the Altavista Gretna game. I beg your pardon, that was a fire alarm. The power didn't go out. That was a fire alarm. This is, I think, my first power outage in a high school gym. Kind of interesting. Chatham basketball, front court. Here's Turner. He was streaking to the basket, but he never really had the full handle on the basketball. He lost it. It's out of bounds. Altavista, they're going to face a 2-2-1 full court press here from Chatham. Chatham didn't really press much in the first half, so this is an adjustment from Charles Warren at halftime. Colonels break it with relative ease. Ronches Graves will walk it into the front court. Now he steps to three-point line, right wing. Top of the key, it goes to Bailey Stinnett. Stinnett wanted to go up for a layup, but couldn't catch it. Shaheem Pennell has to grab the basketball near midcourt for the Colonels to get them a second chance opportunity. 35-22, Chatham in charge. Three-pointer, no good from Lance Payne, but there's an athletic rebound by Pennell. Then he found Stinnett in traffic, who handed off to Lance Payne for 2. Good sequence there for the Altavista Colonels. Team basketball. First, the athletic rebound from Pennell, good feed to Stinnett, and then he made the extra pass to Lance Payne. 35-24. Chatham leads by 11. Here's Turner driving in. Had the basketball stripped. Got it back. Pushed it to the iron from his backside. Then Dawson Anderson going to get whistled for an offensive foul. He can't believe it. He sort of lowered his left shoulder as well. Tried to bury it right into the chest of Bailey Stinnett. Stinnett applauds the call. Good defense by the Colonels. This does allow Chatham a chance to set up their 2-1-2 press again. We'll see if the Colonels have more trouble breaking it this time. Pennell, near left sideline. Ooh, long, high arcing pass that got intercepted by Preston Turner. That ball stayed in the air for a long time. Edmonds, jump stop, gets to the left edge of the paint, skies to the iron. He's fouled. I believe it's an on-the-floor foul. Once again, appreciate you staying with us through the power outage. Power wasn't out for very long, about 60 seconds, but we had to reconnect all of our equipment, and the fast-acting Katie Higgins back at home base really had to spring into action there and make things happen again for us. Basketball out of bounds. It's Chatham ball. Graves lost on the left sideline. Cavaliers working left to right this half, scoring on the basket to my right. Turner being guarded tightly by Shaheem Pennell. Here comes Dawson Anderson going to launch for three. In and out, no good. Graves picks up the rebound off one bounce. Hustles into the front court. Flipped it over to Bailey Stinnett, left wing. Stinnett skying. Finish doesn't fall down. Chatham wants to get out and run after the rebound. Joseph Davis beats the defense down, but his right-handed lay-in won't fall. He crashed into the referee after trying the shot. Edmonds was down for a moment. Here comes Pennell into the front court. Jump pass over to Bain. Pennell is hammered to the deck. Let's see if the officials think he was in the act of shooting or if they know it was a pass. Yep, they're going to say it's a pass. He's on the floor. Good sportsmanship here by Ronchez Graves to help up Zay Edmonds. Edmonds looks like maybe he's cramping up a little bit. I probably shouldn't speculate on the nature of his injury, but he was definitely favoring his leg. Altavista basketball, they trailed by 11. Just under 5 minutes to play in the Englishes. Your complete home center, third quarter. Lance Bain misses a wide open three from 22 feet away. Chatham Cavaliers rebound and get into the front court on a hop. On the court right now for the Colonels, it's Bain, Pennell, Stinnett, Duff, and Graves. Another rebound from Shaheem Pennell. He's coming alive here in the first few minutes of this third quarter. Carter Duff sets up the three-pointer. No good. Got his own rebound after a deflection. Floats one up with the right hand from 12 feet away. That doesn't go either. Altavista, iron unkind, can't get a shot to fall. Working hard on defense, though. It's 35-24. The Colonels trailed by 14 to end the first quarter. They trailed by 11 at halftime. 4:08 left to play. Davis fakes the three, drives in, trying to get by Bain. Good defense from Lance Bain to deny a clear look and angle at the basket. No foul either. Altavista out of there and going the other way in a hurry. Three-pointer launched and no good from Shaheem Pennell. Bain, athletic rebound. Fires one over to Ronchez Graves, who wants to try a three-pointer. That won't fall either. I noted in the first half that I thought the Colonels might be relying on the three-point shot a bit too much, and perhaps that's the case here to start the third quarter. Altavista, as a team, shoots 25% from beyond the arc. It's not bad numbers for a team. Lance Bain leads the way in that stat at 32%. He's made 21 three-pointers on the season. Has not connected from beyond the arc yet tonight. Preston Turner, off-balance lay-in. Doesn't go. Got his own rebound. Sticks it back for two. Turner's back again. He scores 2 points here. His first two of the half. 37-24. Chatham leading. They've led the entire game except for when the Colonels were up 3-0. 3:15 left to play in the third quarter. It's presented by English's, your complete home center. Colonels fake the three. Now Graves drives into the right corner. Pennell won't fake the three. He'll fire it. Going after his own rebound, but couldn't get there before Shaman Barley. Barley going to cross over and bring it up the left sideline. Now he angles to center, leaves it off for Zay Edmonds as the Cavaliers look like they want to slow things down and catch their breath just a bit. It was high tempo for a while. Davis driving, looking for Dawson Anderson, but Anderson couldn't handle the pass. Hot potato. Here's Graves, spin move, fadeaway jumper, no good. Lance Bain going to push one up from outside the paint. He's fouled. The shot never hit iron. Bain will go to the free throw line and shoot a pair with 2:37 left to play in the third quarter. English's, your complete home center, is our third quarter sponsor, and they have Atrium vinyl windows and doors at English's. I'm telling you, folks, those Atrium vinyl windows pay for themselves. Great quality, and English's services what they sell as well. They can install it and If you ever have a problem, which you're not going to, but if you did, they'll take care of that too. Bain sinks the first. Second one on the way. Spins the basketball in his hands. Deep end, fires to the rim, and it's good. Bain is 3 for 4 from the charity stripe tonight. Altavista trailing by 11. Seems like they've been down 11 a lot tonight. 37-26, Chatham. Turner moved to the basket, but there's a timeout by head coach Charles Warren before that happened. We'll take a 30-second timeout, too, to catch our breath. It's Chatham 37, Altavista 26. 2:26 left to play in the third on 105.5 KD Country.
Finch and Finch Funeral and Cremation Service. A family serving families since 1905. Personal, memorable memorial moments, celebrating life and more. Pre-arrangements with confidence, trust and care from our family to yours. Finch and Finch Funeral and Cremation Service. A family serving families since 1905.
If credit card processing is important to your business, I can help. I'm Ramonda Davis of First National Bank, and I'm your local e-commerce officer for merchant card and other electronic business products. Local means I live in Central Virginia. I'm ready to come see you and respond quickly to what you need. Local means I'm focused just on your business needs. For the latest in electronic payment technology and competitive pricing, contact me, Ramonda Davis. First National Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Your station for high school sports play-by-play is 105.5 KD Country.
Chatham Cavaliers quickly out of the timeout huddle. They get it to Taylor. Taylor dashing in, and he's fouled after a shot attempt. The ball almost nicked the front of the iron. Never really had a chance to go in. Taylor fouled there. It's the Colonels' fourth team foul. Not positive who it was on. It might have been on Stinnett. Stinnet's holding his mouth. He got popped there Tuesday night against Dan River and had to come out. He eventually came back in the game, but the Colonels really needed his services, and he was unable to go back in. And I wonder if maybe he's reopened the same cut, possibly. That's pure speculation on my part. Free throw good from Stephen Taylor. Taylor's got another one on the way. It's up. Rattles in and out. There's a rebound by Trayvon Jones. Colonels on the court right now have Jones, Shaheem Pennell, Lance Bain, Carter Duff, and Runches Graves. Graves directing traffic at the top of the key, 5 feet in front of the half-court stripe. Left wing, it goes to Pennell. Holds it over his head. Tosses to Lance Bain between the circles. Bain, stutter step. Now he whistles it into the left corner to Pennell. Three-pointer. Jack, no good. Preston Turner will run the floor for the Chatham Cavaliers. Head up, hesitation move. Now he'll slash in. Shot was off the backboard. Iron, no good. Pennell, full speed, coast to coast. Lay-in try. Really never hit the iron, but it was altered thanks to some good defense. It's run-and-gun basketball now as Chatham's down the other side quickly. Great block by Trayvon Jones for the Colonels to get back and sort of play goalkeeper. Last line of defense there as he smacks that one out of bounds. 38-26. Chatham leading by 12. They were up by as much as 16 at one point. They were up 14 to end the first quarter. It was a 12-0 run for the Cavaliers. Turner, step-back three-pointer, did not rattle home. It was close. This is number 32, Davion Epps, in the game for, I believe, his first action for Chatham. Epps had the ball momentarily. Here's a steal by Carter Duff, streaking down the left sideline. Duff will angle in, scores, and he's fouled. Carter Duff with a big steal, and then a basket on the other end, and perhaps this is the spark the Altavista Colonels need. They've trimmed the Chatham lead to 10, and Duff could get it back to a single-digit deficit with a free throw here. Nice play from Carter Duff. We've got 1:08 left in the English is Your Complete Home Center third quarter, and the freshman, young Carter Duff, on the charity stripe to try and complete the old-fashioned three-point play. Defense leading to offense for the Colonels. His free throw is up, hit the back plate, had a chance, had a look inside, but wouldn't go in. Lead still going to be at 10 for Chatham. Duff got back. Did he take a charge? Yes, he did. How about Carter Duff hustling back to take the charge from Preston Turner? Turner with another one of his full-speed, athletic type of drives to the basket. Duff missed the free throw. He even battled for his own rebound for a moment, but sprinted back, got the feet planted, and took the charge. What a great 10 seconds or so of basketball for Carter Duff. And the Colonels ball now with 52 seconds left to play in the third. Baines' jumper from the left elbow, not good. Lead's going to stay at 10 for Chatham. Altavista's shooting woes continue. Maybe need more layups like Carter Duff, maybe. 35 seconds left in the first half. Cavaliers slow down the tempo a bit. Stephen Taylor will work off a Dawson Anderson screen. Long pass to the left wing to Preston Turner. Now Turner in trouble. He wants to leave it off for Joseph Davis. Davis guarded tightly by Ronchez Graves. This is a good battle to watch. Davis is going to back up near the half-court stripe. Down to 18 seconds left to play in the third quarter. Cavaliers have the floor spread. Everybody is near the sideline and the baseline for Chatham. Down to 10 seconds. Davis still with a comfortable dribble. Graves giving him a cushion. Send it in the corner to Anderson. Anderson's three-pointer nowhere close. Here's a rebound by Lance Bain. Bain, half-court heave, and he was hit at the line. No whistle comes out, though. That will end the third quarter. Seemed like an obvious foul, but no whistle from the refs, and we've played 3 fun quarters of basketball. Stick around for the fourth. It's 38-28. Chatham leading by 10 on 105.5 KD Country.
To become a Moose is an awesome feeling. You just can't belong to a better organization.
I was born and raised in a Moose, and I'll be a Moose the rest of my life. My son is a Moose. We're 3-generation Moose loggers. That's how it is with us. I hope everybody else that can join and become a member, you need to do it. You need to see what it does for us.
Why I belong to the Moose. For friendship, for the children, and most of all for the seniors.
What are you waiting for? Stop by the Moose Family Center in Altavista to learn more about how you can be a Moose.
Your station for high school sports play-by-play is 105.5 KD Country.
One more quarter of regulation ball here from Chatham High School. Cavaliers lead 38-28. The Colonels have cut into the lead a bit. Altavista was down 11 at half. They're down 10 now. And really, for a third quarter where Altavista didn't shoot the basketball that well, got to credit the Colonels' defense for keeping them in this ball game and, in fact, getting them a little bit closer. 8 more minutes to play here from Chatham High School. The crowd is large. I don't know how vocal they have been. They've come alive at certain points, but it's been a fun ball game to watch. Preston Turner with the ball now. He's got 17 points. Did most of that damage in the first half. Really did most of that damage in the first quarter. He had 13 in one quarter. First quarter. Chatham basketball, front court right. They're wearing the home white jerseys. Here comes Zay Edmonds. He'll circle the defense. There's a good block from Trayvon Jones. Jones has really done a great job rejecting shots around the basket. Jones comes into the game averaging just a block per game, but that average is gonna go up. Davis inbounds it to Dawson Anderson. Nice cut there by Anderson to get open on the right post and then score it. Hampered by Lance Bain, but Anderson was able to drop it in anyway. Cavaliers lead back to 12. Altavista basketball in the road, black jerseys, orange trim. Scoring on the basket to my left on the far side of the gym. Pannell, great cut, slashing the lay-in, would not go down though. Colonels continue to have problems getting the ball in the basket. Pannell was free there. Here comes Quentin Witherspoon in the game for a three-pointer. No good from the left corner. Altavista rebounds it away. Another one and done for the Chatham Cavaliers. And another pass that will sail out of bounds. Graves tried to one-hand it to Shaheen Pannell. Pannell was just a bit off balance. And the pass was, I guess, on the wrong shoulder, if you want to use a football term. Chatham ball, 6:52 left to play in the fourth quarter. It's presented by English's, your complete home center, North Main Street in Altavista. Nearly a steal at midcourt for Bailey Stinnett. Zay Edmonds able to keep the composure and keep the basketball. An overhead pass to Preston Turner. Free throw line extended. He'll charge in and try another one of his patented bull rush moves. The shot won't go down. Dawson Anderson has a rebound. He just hands it to Preston Turner. There were 2 guys in the space where one should be, and Anderson seemed to want to get rid of that basketball. 6:19 left to play. In the fourth quarter, it's Chatham ball with a 12-point lead. Colonel's got to be careful. They need to stop right here. Looks like they got it. Davis's left-hand lay-in wouldn't go down. Trey Jones with another rebound. Jones is really putting together a nice ball game. He's only got 6 points, but filling up the stat sheet in a lot of other categories. Another turnover for the Colonels. Man, in addition to not shooting well, Altavista's had a lot of turnovers. Really got to credit their defense for keeping them in this game, and they're rebounding too. They have rebounded well. Carry on Zay Edmonds, and then Edmonds was clearly displeased with the call and sort of slammed the basketball around in a way that sometimes can get you a technical foul violation. Good defense from Bailey Stinnett to help create that turnover. Ronchez Graves, left-hand dribble, angles to the left wing. Now he'll bring it back to the left point. Right side over to Lance Bain. Bain eyes the rim, wants to dribble, gets by Anderson, meets some resistance at the rim, fires it up with the left hand. It spins off the iron. No good, but Lance Bain was fouled in the act of shooting. Lance Bain, no three-pointers yet tonight. Colonels are 6-5. That's 11 games. Bain has struck from long range in all 11 of those, and in 10 of 11 games, he's had multiple three-pointers. Bain does connect from the free throw line here. Got another one on the way for number 2, the junior, Lance Bain for the Altavista Colonels. It's up, and it's good. 40-30, Colonels trail by 10 again. Lance Bain has 9 on the night. We've got 5:30 left to play in the fourth quarter. Good man-to-man defense from Bailey Stinnett. He forces Zay Edmonds to give the basketball up. Now it's in the hands of Dawson Anderson. Looking for somewhere to go. Finds Preston Turner. Turner right down the middle. Floats it to the iron. It's no good. Carter Duff battling for a rebound. He's able to save it back into Bailey Stinnett. Colonels rebounding well again. Ronchez Graves, three-pointer is short. Never drew iron. Colonel's got to hustle back and play defense again. Edmonds trying to beat the defense down. Now he'll tap the brakes and retreat towards the midcourt stripe. 5 minutes exactly to play in the ballgame. In regulation, anyway. It's a 10-point Chatham lead. Colonels led 3-0 early in the ballgame, but then Chatham went on a 12-0 run. Backcourt violation. Zay Edmonds went backcourt. The official did not blow the whistle initially, and then he did blow it. And he said, that's my bad. It was backcourt. I just didn't call it right away. He got the call right. Edmonds did go backcourt. Maybe Edmonds' only argument could be that Bailey Stinnett knocked the ball out of his hands, possibly. 4:47 left to play in the fourth quarter. Clock stopped here for a moment while the officials sort things out. And, of course, they hear some disgruntled coaches from both sides voicing their displeasure. Altavista basketball. They'll inbound near sideline left. They'll throw it in the backcourt to Ronchez Graves. They're working right to left from my perspective. Colonels in the road black jerseys. Shin high dribble for Graves. Crossover, trying to get free. Instead passes left wing. Now it's left corner to Lance Bain. Bain, quick move inside, bringing it in from the baseline. No good. And there's a technical foul on Zay Edmonds. The Colonels were arguing earlier that Edmonds needed to get a technical earlier. He was very vocal in gesturing his displeasure. Now he will get the technical foul because the foul was on him. He and Graves have a discussion that was seeming to be friendly. Lance Bain will have 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting, and then I assume you're going to keep Lance Bain right there to shoot the 2 technical fouls. Why wouldn't you? First off, he's your best free throw shooter. Second off, he's already warmed up and shooting free throws. 40-31. Altavista cuts into the lead. Bain has 6 free throws on the night, 6 for 7. 4:32 left to play in the Englishes, your complete home center, fourth quarter. Bain calmly strokes the next one in. This is a great scenario if you're Altavista. Have your best free throw shooter on the line. The clock is stopped. You can catch up without wasting any time, without the clock moving, and Altavista's going to get the basketball after the technical foul. It's really sort of crippling for Chatham. Good news for them is they do have a lead. Bain sinks the next one. It's 4 in a row for Lance Bain. And Altavista's going to take a timeout before they inbound. We'll take the timeout as well. It's 40-30. Chatham leading by 6, but the Colonels possibly on the comeback trail with 4:32 left to play in the fourth quarter on 105.5 KD Country.
Car buying is simple at Feller Chevrolet. Hi, I'm Greg Walker. You can buy online or at the store. It's quick and easy. Trade values, payment calculators, everything you need is online. We have a 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty on both new and used vehicles, plus a 3-day money-back guarantee, so you can buy with confidence. Feller's is also here after the sale. We can do warranty work on all GM vehicles, not just Chevrolet. No matter what your automotive needs, I promise we can deliver. So come see us. You'll be glad you did.
Feller Chevrolet in Altavista.
Your station for high school sports play-by-play is 105.5 KD Country.
High school hoops on 105.5 KD Country in our 55th year of broadcasting high school sports. 55 continuous seasons. It's Chatham and Altavista. Chatham leading by 6. The Colonels are making their best move of the night to cut into that lead and get back into the ball game. Lance Bain just hit 4 free throws in a row, and if you go back to the first half, Lance has completed 8 for his last 8 from the charity stripe. Colonels spread the floor. Their basketball trailing by 6. Here's Bain, left wing, over to Bailey Stinnett. Duff wings one to Ronches Graves, top of the key. Now Duff has it back left corner. He'll drive, gets in the air, sends a cross-court pass to Bailey Stinnett, right corner now. 4:05 left to play in the fourth quarter. Altavista trailing by 6. Three-pointer, no good from Ronches Graves. Good rebound by Dawson Anderson to take it out of the sky in the middle of the paint. Chatham into the front court. They haven't been here with the basketball in a good little while. Preston Turner, left wing, guarded by Stinnett. He'll use a screen. Now a bounce pass over cross court to Joseph Davis. It was deflected for a moment. Turner scoots his way in. Foul on the floor. Turner, again, he's so athletic. He's a big guy. I mean, he's 2'10", 6'2". He was a very talented running back for the Cavaliers. He's built like a fullback, really, but he's got the quickness of a guy that's about 20 or 30 pounds lighter and a couple inches shorter. He gets the inbound pass. 3:35 left to play. Turner will sky to the iron and score with the right hand. Preston Turner got the basketball about 30 feet away from the hoop, sized up the defense for a moment, thought about passing, couple dribbles, jump step, and got fouled as he put the shot up from the left side about 6 feet away. Turner's total up to 19 now. A chance to make it an even 20 with the free throw. It's no good. Oh, rebound by Shimon Barley. Pretty fortuitous bounce. It really just went right to Barley. Stinnett and Duff collided, and then there's an offensive foul on Preston Turner. Again, I've mentioned Turner is physical in addition to being fast. He doesn't mind lowering the shoulder and sometimes using the elbow to get space, and that's the second or third time that he's been called for an offensive foul. When you play that style of ball, you got to expect that's going to happen every now and then. I don't think Coach Charles Warren is too upset about that. He doesn't want Turner to lose his aggressiveness. There's a foul on, oh man, was that on Turner? No, that was on Dawson Anderson. He fouled Lance Bain as Bain was making a move to the basket from the left side. Lance Bain, that's a charity stripe again. And they're a bunch tonight. Might as well start paying the rent. That's his 11th free throw. He made 10 of 11. 42-35. Chatham leads. Colonels had the lead cut to 6. Next one up and good from Lance Bain. Now a timeout from Chatham. Let's take this timeout as well. It's a tight ball game here. Cavaliers leading by 6 again, 42-36. 3:20 left to play in the ball game on 105.5 KD Country.
Installing Atrium vinyl replacement windows is like an investment in your home that can begin to pay dividends right away. You can save up to 30% or more on your home's heating and cooling costs. Add to your home's equity and add to its value by upgrading its looks and energy efficiency. Custom crafted Atrium vinyl replacement windows. Invest in your home's future with English's.
English's is your complete home center.
Business 29, Altavista.
Your station for high school sports play-by-play is 105.5 KD Country.
Back again here from Chatham High School. It's Cavalier basketball. They lead 42-36. 3:15 left to play. In the English is your complete home center fourth quarter. It looks like the Cavaliers might be interested in playing keep away here and letting some time run off the clock. They've got the floor spread again. It's a man-to-man defense for the Altavista Colonels. Stinnett and Graves go for the double team on Davis, and Graves got the ball. Pitches ahead to Stinnett. Stinnett will finish with the right hand for 2. Great double team there by Stinnett and Graves. Great hustle. There's an offensive foul again on Preston Turner. He just plowed Bailey Stinnett. This time I feel for Turner a little bit because Stinnett just kind of set up with the feet set right behind him as Turner caught the ball. By the letter of the law, it is a foul, but it's just bad luck there that time for Turner. That's his 5th foul. Goodness. His night is done a little bit early. 19 points for Preston Turner. Got to tip your cap to this young man and what he's done. Tip your cap to Bailey Stinnett for getting to that spot just a heartbeat faster. And he had the 2 points right before that. Altavista basketball. They'll have it in the front court. They'll have it on the sideline. Yes, far sideline right. Altavista trailing by 4. How about Stinnett? The way he has played, got to get big-time consideration for player of the game. Bain was trying to dribble through a double team, and he was just getting absolutely mugged. Lance Bain will go to the free throw line, shoot a 1-and-1. Stinnett did come over to give him a high five, and I think because Bailey Stinnett has been playing so wonderful, it made me think he was the one fouled. It's definitely Lance Bain on the charity stripe. First one's good. Go figure. Man, that's 12 in a row for Lance Bain by my count. He is 12 of 13 from the charity stripe tonight. Nothing from beyond the arc yet for Lance Bain, but that could be coming soon too. Colonels trail by 2. Man, what a ball game. Altavista was down 16 at one point. They're down 2 now. There's a foul on the Colonels. I believe it was Ronches Graves. That's 10 on Altavista. Chatham's in the double bonus. Joseph Davis will walk to the free throw line to shoot 2. I beg your pardon. The scoreboard indicating, actually, that that's just Altavista's 7th team foul. So this is a 1-and-1. Davis can make it 2 if he makes the first, and he does. Moot point. Davis has 7 points on the evening. He's a capable scorer. He had 22 in one of the games against Altavista last year, so the Colonels may be fortunate to hold him to 7. Second free throw, no good. Good box out and rebound by Lance Bain. 43-40. Colonels trail by 3. Could tie this possession. 2.5 minutes left to play in regulation. JV game went to overtime. Maybe possibly a preview. Lance Bain, rhythm three-pointer, no good from the right wing. Man, it was online, just a bit too strong. Cavaliers rebound. Davis directing traffic as he trots into the front court just inside the left sideline. Going to work off a screen. Nice pass to Anderson. Anderson up and under move. Oh, he missed from point-blank range. Good defense by the Colonels to bother him, but Anderson certainly would like to have that one back. Timeout by the Colonels. It's Altavista calling a timeout. It's a 30-second timeout. It's a full 1-minute timeout. Let's take 30 seconds of it. 30-second breather for us. Chatham leads 43-40. Just over 2 minutes to play in regulation on 105.5 KD Country.
Thinking of starting a business or expanding your company? Think about choosing Altavista as your location to invest and grow. Altavista offers low utility cost, broadband internet, US 29 access, and an attractive quality of life. Like the Colonels, it's a slam dunk when you invest in Altavista. Game plan with the Altavista Office of Economic Development at Altavista Town Hall.
Your station for high school sports play-by-play is 105.5 KD Country.
What a ball game here from Chatham High School. The Colonels have trailed pretty much the entire ball game with the exception of a 3-0 lead they had to start and a 3-2 lead. Other than that, it's been all Chatham. Chatham has been up as much as 16. They were up 11 at halftime, but all of a sudden, business really starting to pick up. Lance Bain scoring a bunch from the free throw line for Altavista. 13 by my count. Bailey Stinnett has hit some big baskets, some big defense. Ronches Graves, some really good defense. Zone defense now from Chatham. It's Altavista basketball in the front court left. They trail by 3. Duff fakes a 3. Now left point over to Ronches Graves. It's back and forth between Duff and Graves a bunch. Graves driving, floater off the right hand, no good. Trayvon Jones has a rebound. He's mugged, and it's going to be a jump ball. Got tied up by number 30, Nick Williams. Good play by Williams to just get ball and stay clean with the body. Altavista has the possession arrow. Graves, three-pointer. It's good from the right corner, and we are tied 43-43. First tie of the night comes with 95 seconds left. Ronches Graves for three. I believe it's his first points of the evening. Big shot there. Ice water. Graves hit a big three-pointer in the double overtime win against Brentsville. Maybe the same here. Chatham basketball. Tie game. Davis driving in. He's hammered as he goes to the ground. The foul, the contact was there. It may have actually come after the ball left his hand, though, but probably, again, by the letter of the law, probably still a foul. I think the officials have done a nice job tonight in a game that is hard to officiate. Joseph Davis on the free throw line with 2 opportunities for Chatham. Misses the first. We're tied 43-43. Davis is a senior. Been around for quite a while for Chatham. I think opposing coaches might send him some going-away presents. He's a good player. Second one won't go in. Saw a lot of the rim, but just would not fall. A put back by Janajawan Sutphin will. Sutphin worked his way through the maze of Altavista defenders and was able to score. 60 seconds left to play in regulation. Colonels trail by 2 now. A chance to tie or take the lead on this possession. Graves is running the point guard spot, wants some movement. It's a set play for the Colonels. Graves steps to the top of the key. Now over right wing to Carter Duff. Graves looking at the iron. He will fire for 3. It's good. He banked it in. Are you kidding me? Ronches Graves with another three-pointer. He's got the last 6 for the Colonels, and Altavista has called a timeout. They lead 46-45. It's their first lead since the first quarter when it was 3-2. We're keeping it right here. It's a full 60-second timeout. The crowd is buzzing here at Chatham. Quite a few Altavista fans have made the trip. But we know we got a lot of Colonel fans, a lot of Cavalier fans, and probably just some straight-up basketball fans tuning into this one. You're getting your money's worth and more. Which reminds me, you get your money's worth at English's. They present this fourth quarter. North Main Street in Altavista. English's is your home for so many wonderful brands. You know, we talk about Carhartt and Atrium a whole lot, but that's not all they have at English's. Stop by and see them. North Main Street in Altavista. They open at 8 a.m. on Saturday mornings. Pop in there, tell them I sent you. My name is Kyle. Katie is our sound engineer. We're having a blast here from Chatham High School. Feels like these fans might be ready to blast off. One big shot from the Cavaliers might send this place into a frenzy. We already lost the power at one point tonight. If you joined us late, our Subway halftime show was cut short because of a power outage. It took us a few minutes to get back on. But we're here and we're loving it. Chatham basketball after the timeout. 30 seconds left to play. Each team has a timeout left. Contact in the middle there as Barley passes it away to Davis. No whistle. I have a feeling the officials are going to let him play it late here. Davis driving in. Right hand lay-in won't go. The putback try won't go either. It's punched to the iron by Sutphin. He scores, and it's a 1-point lead for Chatham. Janajawan Sutphin just out-jumped everybody and really just punched at it and sent it to the rim, and it went in for 2. 47-46. A timeout on the floor again. I'm going to keep it right here. We've got 12.6 seconds left to play in the ball game. That's our third lead change of the night. Colonels led for a moment. For a brief moment, it seems like. We were tied 43-43 at one point. Colonels went up with a 46-45 lead. Ronches Graves hit back-to-back threes. One tied it. One gave Altavista the lead. And now junior Janajawan Sutphin has given Chatham the lead back with a putback. Just flashed the right hand up there at the ball and out-jumped everybody. Colonels have 12.6 seconds left, and they are out of timeouts. Cavaliers have 2 timeouts left at their disposal. Coach Harris talking it over in the timeout huddle. Now you can hear the crowd coming alive. I know you can. Altavista got to go the entire length of the floor to score. Stinnett inbounded it to Ronches Graves, and then Graves slipped. And he slipped over there in front of the Chatham fans, and they're sort of giving him the business a little bit, which is not great. It's a turnover on Altavista. Graves just lost traction over there. It'll be Chatham basketball. 47-46. Chatham leads by 1. Look for the intentional foul to come from the Colonels early, I would think. They get it into Anderson. He's fouled by Lance Bain. Anderson will go to the free throw line. It's a 1-on-1 situation. Dawson Anderson is a junior for Chatham. He's been around for a while, too. He was playing back when he was a freshman on the varsity team. 9.8 seconds left in the ball game. The Chatham Cavaliers lead by 1, 47-46. Dawson Anderson a chance to extend the lead. It's a 1-on-1 shooting situation. Anderson's first one on the way and good. Chatham up by 2 now, 48-46. Colonels really got a rebound on a missed shot here. 9.8 seconds left in regulation. Anderson's second one is good. Now the Colonels down 3. Best they could do would be a tie, unless, of course, they're fouled in the act of shooting. Here comes Graves into the front court. Over to Stinnett. Stinnett, three-point line. Heaves it to the rim. Oh, off the front of the iron, no good. Ball is loose. Down to 1 second, and the Colonels are going to lose. What a win for the Chatham Cavaliers. 49-46. They get the victory here. Wow, what a ball game. Cavaliers win by 3. Subway post-game show on the way right after this on 105.5 KD Country.
PCM Industrial of Altavista offers mobile welding and repair services, fully equipped service trucks, certified craftsmen, and quick response to satisfy your needs. Contact PCM Industrial at powerconstruction.com. PCM Industrial is a fully insured Class A licensed contractor, OSHA and MSHA compliant. PCM Industrial Services of Altavista wishes Coach Harris and the Altavista Colonels basketball team good luck in another winning season. Go Colonels! The cold weather doesn't seem to bother DL Bryant's customers as much. Why? Because they know their heating system is ready to tackle these cold winter months. And if there is a problem, they know they can call 841-1580. Donnie and his trained staff will be at their house or business quickly. 434-841-1580. That's the number to contact DL Bryant Heating and Cooling. 841-1580. Call DL Bryant Heating and Cooling today.
Your station for high school sports play-by-play is 105.5 KD Country.
Subway postgame show is here after a wonderful high school basketball game. The Chatham Cavaliers come away with the victory, 49-46. It's a exciting time to be alive out here and to be a high school basketball fan, I think. It's a win for Chatham. They improved to 8-4 on the season. Colonels fall to 500, 6-6. And the Chatham Cavaliers win another close one. They've now won 7 games this season by 10 points or less. And they've won 4 games this season by 3 points or less. I mentioned they had a knack for winning the close ball games. Talked about that in the Subway pregame show. And gosh, they do it here. We'll keep the Subway postgame show somewhat short. We were a little late getting on because the JV game went to overtime. And I mentioned that maybe being a preview of the excitement to come, and it certainly was. It certainly was. The Altavista Colonels led this ball game inside of a minute. They led 46-45 at one point. And then it was a putback from Chinajuan Sukfin on a missed free throw that gave Chatham the lead. Then Dawson Anderson was able to hit a couple free throws there late to pad the lead. Altavista down 3, had a chance to tie. Bailey Stinnett had an off-balance three-pointer from the right wing that hit the iron, but would not go in, and Altavista not enough time for an offensive rebound to kick it back out for another three-point attempt. This was an exciting ball game, folks. Very exciting. Chatham led really the whole game. They led by 11 at halftime, and then they 43-43 tie at one point in the fourth quarter. Man, if you're tuning in right now for the first time, you don't know what you missed. And go listen to it when we put it up on our KD Country YouTube page. We try and put all the games up there. KDCountry.com, then click the YouTube link. KDCountry.com, click the YouTube link. While you're there, sign up to be a KD Country loyal listener, would you? A lot of great things going on there. Now, let me try and put the finishing touches on this. Let's go through the scoring here. This is unofficial, and it did get crazy at some point, so I might have missed some points. Shamon Barley had 4 for the Chatham Cavaliers. Dawson Anderson with 6. Again, 2 big free throws there late to help seal the deal for Chatham. Zay Edmonds with 6. Joseph Davis with 7. Janajawan Sutphin. Yes, the first name is Janajawan. Rhymes with Olajuwon. And Sutphin with a 7-point performance tonight, but probably the 2 biggest points of the night for Chatham on the putback that gave them a slim 1-point lead late in the ball game. And Preston Turner was the high man for both teams. 19 points in the win. Did most of that damage in the first half with 15. Turner was a one-man wrecking ball at times in the first quarter. On the other side for the Altavista Colonels, Trayvon Jones with 6 points. Carter Duff, a nice night for him, 9 points. Bailey Stinnett had 8 points, including a really big stretch where he got a steal and a layup. He played outstanding defense. He picked up a couple. He caused Preston Turner to get a couple offensive fouls where he just stood his ground defensively. Ronches Graves with 6 points. Didn't score until the three-pointer that tied it up for Altavista at 43. And he hit another three-pointer to give Altavista 46. Ronches Graves, ice water in the veins late in the ball game. And Lance Bain led the Colonels with 17 points. And would you believe this, fans? He had 14 of them from the charity stripe. 14 of Lance Bain's 17 points came from the free throw line. No doubt about it, the Chatham defense paid some special emphasis to him and maybe roughed him up a little bit. Nothing that wasn't out of the lines or anything like that. They just played good physical defense, and Bain was slashing and trying to get to the basket. You do generally draw some more fouls that way. Good night for Lance Bain in a losing effort. Gosh, I'm worn out. What a great night of basketball. Let me mention again, next week, fans, the Altavista Colonels play Wednesday and Friday. The Wednesday game is at Brookville. It'll be our usual start time there. Subway pregame show on around 6:45. I guess I need to do the player of the games before I get out of here. For the Chatham Cavaliers, I mean, you had to love what Preston Turner did. 19 points. He put the team on his back for a while. He's a great defender, too, on that note. But I got to give it to the man with the most interesting name in the game, possibly in the area, Janajawan Sutphin. I think I'm getting that right. I asked a couple of Chatham fans, and they indicated that that was a proper pronunciation. Mr. Sutphin, a junior, number 23, had the big putback there that gave Chatham the lead late in the game, so he's got to get my pick for player of the game for the Cavs. On the other side for the Colonels, bunch of ways you could go here, too. Carter Duff had a great start. Trayvon Jones blocking and rebounding was wonderful. Lance Bain, 17 points. Obviously, you're not going to be in the game without those points. You're not going to be in the game without Ronches Graves hitting the threes, but I got to go with Bailey Stinnett. 8 points, some great defense. He was all over the court, sideline to sideline, baseline to baseline. He had a big layup there that got the Colonels within striking distance. He got beat up again in this game, too. Got popped in the mouth, had to come back out. He's like a boxer. I mean, he might get knocked down, but he won't get knocked out. He just keeps coming back. Sophomore Bailey Stinnett's going to get my pick. Everybody played wonderful in this one, including our sound engineer, Katie, back at home base to deal with our power outage and all the other problems that we seem to run into on occasion when we're broadcasting basketball. Appreciate you tuning in. We wouldn't be here if it wasn't for folks like Highview Motors, GMC, from small to tall. Highview has it all. D.L. Bryant Heating and Cooling. Call Donnie at 841-1580. That's 841-1580. English Construction, wishing our high school athletes an exciting and injury-free game. PCM Industrial Services, now with mobile welding and repair service. Napa Auto Parts of Altavista. Find your Napa know-how on Main Street. The Moose Family Center in Altavista, Lynch Mill Road. Fellers Chevrolet, 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty available at Fellers. The Altavista Office of Economic Development. We invite you to come find one of a kind. Tyree Little's Heating and Cooling, keeping you cool in the summer, warm in the winter, comfortable in between. English is your complete home center. your headquarters for Carhartt apparel for men and women. Finch & Finch Funeral and Cremation Service, a family serving families since 1905, and the First National Bank, helping you bring home more bacon. My name is Kyle Haney. The time of my life being here talking to you basketball fans. Really hope you enjoyed it. Hope you'll come back for more. Hope you'll keep it tuned to KD Country. I know a lot of times the basketball fans don't listen to the music. I won't say a lot of times, but some folks just here for the basketball. Tune into this wonderful real country music that we have, and then on Sundays we do some different things as well. We got the gospel in the mornings and the bluegrass in the evenings. We're certainly proud of everything we've got going on 105.5. Appreciate you spending some of your Friday night with us. I'm out of here. It's Altavista losing this one tonight. Hard-fought battle. Great win for the Chatham Cavaliers. Cavs win it 49-46. We're back on the air Wednesday night at Brookville. We'll talk to you then. Keep it tuned to the real country on 105.5 KD Country.